This one thing will create so much margin for whatever other skills you may lack, and communicating it will be a lot easier than convincing someone to license your product. Hi, Lisa Lloyd here with more tips, tricks, and strategies for how you can accelerate and optimize your Invention licensing business success. If you like what you learn here today, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's a free way to support me doing this. And if you smash the notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever I post a new video each and every week. Why do companies license from outside product developers? Because you have a great product, right? Everyone thinks they do. That's why they're doing it. The problem is that not everyone is right. Inventing a product that is dramatically better than all the competition is critical to not only licensing, but getting sell-through when it gets into the stores. There has to be a wow factor. This is a compelling feature or feature set that delivers a superior experience for the user. It makes life easier, faster, cheaper, stronger, lasts longer. If you do this well, then those features are novel to your invention and they're at the heart and soul of both your patent and your license. So, how do you invent wow products that companies and consumers say, I have to have that? By looking around you and asking yourself, is there any way that this can be done so much better that it's worth all the time and money that you're going to have to put into it to get to market? I have plenty of tutorials here to help you with each of the steps in my stage gate process, but none of it matters if you don't have a great solution. And that all begins with falling in love with the problem and not your solution for it. When you fall in love with the problem, you'll be excited to learn how consumers and competing products currently solve that problem and become laser focused on delivering a much better experience with a new way of doing it. For example, you may be going about your day and come up with an idea for a new way to tie back your groceries in the back of your truck. Well, that first idea that popped into your head, most people run off to a patent attorney with and then get a patent pending and do all of the work of finding and contacting and then pitching companies to license it, only to find out that no one's biting because, well, frankly, you have no idea why. But most likely the answer is that they just didn't like it enough to want to license it. The sad thing is that you'll just never know. On the other hand, if you are absolutely certain that your product has that beneficial, beautiful wow factor, and you effectively communicate that to your prospects, at the very least, you will learn if there is some other reason why they're not licensing it, because they'll want to at least talk to you about your product. So you either get it licensed or you learn from it, and that to me is a win either way. Because you can make a change, pivot, adjust, change your sell sheet, change your pitch, change the product from the learning, or you can walk away because they've told you something that you didn't know, and it wasn't worth pursuing anymore anyway. When you fall in love with the problem instead of your solution, you will consider as many possible ways to solve it, dismissing all the other product ideas that aren't quite hitting that wow bullseye and continuing to iterate on that idea until you've hit it square on. And I don't just mean that you and your immediate family say wow. I mean, it clearly addresses a real pain point for a lot of people. And the only way to know that is with consumer research. I've put links in the description below to a few videos that can help you break this down into more strategic steps so you know what you can do to hit that wow better. But essentially, you should be doing consumer insight interviews, competitive landscape research, and of course, patent research to pass the benchmarks to know if you can get to wow and then protect it. And to do this well, you have to remove all your biases because they tend to create blinders that will cause you to miss the real data out there and then make informed decisions. Listen, if you have a lot of experience in a certain category and you've got the domain expertise, then your gut is probably a good place to trust and verify still, but even then you're still doing the research. And most inventors don't have the expertise in a certain category or around that type of product to be able to determine that on their own. So making sure that you're doing all of the research and then developing that solution in a way that meets all of the criteria for the demand that's in the market is what gets you over this hump. Venturing or licensing a new product is scary. You're vulnerable to the rejection of others, which is never fun. And if you've invested a lot of time and money, you have even more than your ego on the line. So anything that you can do to build your confidence is going to make a dramatic impact on your overall success. Don't make the mistake of spending a lot of time and money on the first idea that pops into your head, but make sure that you thoroughly flesh out that idea by comparing and contrasting it to all of the other alternatives that are out there. And continue to iterate on that idea until you have landed on a unique feature or feature set that is obviously dramatically better than all of those alternatives. And you will find that licensing is a lot less scary because you'll walk into every conversation with the confidence from that competence in the work that you've done and the product that you're offering to them. If you want to avoid all of the expensive mistakes in time and money, book a free strategy call to learn how you can level up your invention skills and create a profitable invention licensing business in the least amount of time. Dare to dream and imagine what's possible when powered by innovation.